Hello, everybody. I thought I would go ahead and just give you a brief rundown, a few tips for the final exam, and so you'll have a lot of heads up and time here to study for your final. I'll also put this online as well. Uh, just uh, just wanted to do one more video before we finish up. It's been a real fast semester. Anyway, the final exam is going to be made up of some review, well, actually mostly review, and then a few questions from chapter 16 on social change. So what I'm going to do is give you the areas that the exam is going to come from. I think that these hints are very useful. Again, if I tell you a certain concept, make sure you study that concept and in relation to whatever other concepts might be related to that particular concept. So it may seem short, but it's not meant for you not to study more extensive than what I'm saying. But then again, it's not an essay style exam. It's a multiple choice, so you're studying to know your concepts. That's the basic. All along, that's been the basic notion, is to study for your concepts. I have students that ask me this all the time. How can I make a better exam scores on your test? And all I can do is give you what I used to do for my intro course, and that was I'd read the chapters twice through. You don't have to, but I mean that's what I had to get an A on my exams. So I had a good feel for how much I knew, how well I knew. To be honest with yourself, when you finish studying your concepts, after reading your chapters and going over the core concepts, ask yourself honestly, how well do I know these concepts? Uh, am I partly clear, or is it clear as mud, or is it crystal clear, as one professor on campus here always states? Because if it's clear as mud, it means you don't know it. But if it's crystal clear to you, then you know it. And nobody's going to be able to really help you know it but yourself. I mean, you've got to study and go over this area more than just a few hours. I would think I would spend as much time as necessary to have in your mind and to be honest with yourself that you know the concepts. And when you know them, then you'll know what the characteristics do not apply to that concept. Or if it's missing from the answers altogether, you'll see that it's not there. So that's the way I always tell my students to study is that be honest with yourself and ask yourself, do I know these concepts? I can't know them for you, so it's up to you to load up your memory file with these concepts, and sometimes it takes more than just some brief going through. Plus, you also have an advantage. I know as compared to other students in class, that you have material in front of you when you take an exam. So you've got all the advantages in the world to do well. So do as best as you can. I know Turkey Day is coming, but leave a little room for some mind work as well. Okay, all right. So here are the chapters that the test is coming from, the final exam. So at least I'm narrowing it. They're not all the chapters. So here are the chapters. We're going to have questions from chapter 1, chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 9, chapter 10, and the last chapter, chapter 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 6 chapters. I'd go back and mainly at this point is to go back over your core concepts, look at your concepts for each of these, and brush up. If you did really well on the exams before, then this should be just a brush up for you. For those that didn't do as well, then you need to go back and go through these again. We're covering ground that's not really that's not new. The concepts you've already been tested on. There are some questions from chapter 16. So in terms of those chapters, then here are some concepts. These are not all of them, and again, I'm hitting areas that the test will come from. But nonetheless, these are these tips will help you to narrow your focus a bit. So the first one is, what is stratification? The second one is, what is the difference between achievement and ascribed statuses? The third, what is socialization? The fourth, what is collective memory? Number 5, what are primary groups? Number 6, what is race? Number 9, what is assimilation? Number 8, what is prejudice? What is prejudice and discrimination? Number 8, what is prejudice? What is assimilation is 7, and 8 is what is prejudice. Number 9, what is social interaction? Number 10, what is social change? Number 11, what is a basic innovation? Number 12, what is an improving innovation? All those are in chapter 16. Okay, so those are the areas. Those are the chapters, chapters 1, 5, 6, 9, 10, 16. And then I just gave you some of the main categories, some of the concepts, not all, but most of these are touching the areas around which you should give some extra focus, and then have a good feel overall for all the core concepts for each chapter. And I think if you study that, you should do well on the final exam. A lot of it's just repeat information. And so otherwise, I wish we could have had more videos this semester than we're able to, and I hope so in the future to have these. Some professors don't use them. I find them, I think, they're useful. But I'll go ahead now and place these tips online as well, so that you can refer back to it. And good luck to you. Study up, and we'll see you on exam day. Send me any emails with questions you might have about any concept or related issue in that sense. All right, everybody. Have a good Turkey Day. Bye.